G'day again, everyone. Hope you're all getting out and about as soon as the lockdown's over. Well, it is here in New South Wales anyway. I want to make a short video, very similar to one I did quite a while ago. It's giving my views between the difference between alloy techs and ecotechs. This one is about the Ls1 and the Ls2. And believe it or not, there is a difference. The only reason I am making this video and actually opening my big gob is because, once again, I own both and I drive both. So I'm not a mechanic, not an expert. I'm only going to give you what are my reasons and what I think the differences are between the two. And these are all my personal views, so don't take any of it as gospel. Firstly, the Ls1 in my VYSS ute, the white one. As I've said before, it's got quite a lot of miles on it, over 300,000 now. And it's good. One thing I'd like to talk about is modifications, and I touched on it before on the previous video I made. The things like over the radiator air inlets, and I've actually got a bigger throttle body on it, the HSV type air intake, but I've left the original air cleaner and air cleaner box and all that in it, because once again I see so many over the radiator air intakes for sale. So if they're that great, why would everyone be selling them? And from my personal experience, okay, first thing, I put the bigger throttle body on. No difference. No noticeable difference. The HSV air intake pipe, which are quite expensive now unless you buy an aftermarket one. Mine's actually aftermarket. They might be better, but I didn't notice anything. Extractors, I put now these are only a direct bolt-on replacement for the original exhaust manifold, so they're not full-length extractors or anything, but they did make a little bit of a difference. And probably with everything combined, I'm probably being a bit hard on it. It probably does go better, but what else have I done? There was something else. Oh yes. I got a 300 kilowatt tune, which wasn't a lot of money, MAF-less tune, and I took the mass airflow sensor off, and you know, it's a standard engine, so I didn't get oodles of power there. The car always went well. From the day I bought it, it always went well. So now I'd say it goes pretty good. I don't know if the tune really did that much. So what I've done is it's been using a lot of fuel ever since. So I've put the mass airflow sensor back on it, and I haven't driven it yet. But it used to run pretty good with, I've got an SS induction mass airflow sensor on it, and that's one thing, when I did put that on, it did make a difference. I felt the difference with that. Probably not as restrictive as the original one. I'll tell you a bit about my background. My background, because I'm so old, is in early Holdens. You know, I've had so many early Holdens, I've lost count, and mainly Monaros, the old Monaros, up until recently, when I say recently, about 4 or 5 years ago. And the only way to get those things going is an actual physical change. Cam, heads, things like that, carbies. And this is, like I said, this is only my personal opinion. I think these things are exactly the same. I don't know if you watched my real early videos of that debacle I had putting the extractors on. I broke bolts off and stuffed everything up, and I had to get a new set of heads and get them rebuilt. That was probably, even though they're standard, they were the same heads as what came off it. They're 241 heads. That was probably the biggest difference that I noticed, because they were new and they'd been done up. And I think personally, the best way to get power out of these things is still a physical change. So I'm going to get onto the Ls2, which is dead stock. Nothing done to it. No tunes, no chips, standard air intake, everything. But I can tell you, now, I don't know if it's because it's a manual and the other one's an auto, but this Ls2 is unreal. I really like the 6 litre. I always wanted one from the day they released them. And I've got this VZ Thunder 6 litre. And I just reckon it's a better engine, heaps better engine. They've probably changed quite a bit, and I reckon it's probably in the heads and things like that. But heaps of torque, plenty of power, even standard, and for a 6 litre V8, very good on fuel. So I like it. The LS1's always been a bit heavy. I don't know why, and like I said, the LS2's got 100,000 Ks on it. The LS1's got 300,000. So, I might be being a bit hard, but I still like the LS1. I really like driving that LS1. So I'll let you know how I go. I'm going to change the O2 sensors in the exhaust. I've just got some new ones, so I'll make a video on that, and I'm going to change them and see if I can get the fuel economy back to where it was. If not, I'm even thinking about taking the tune out of it and just going back to the stock tune, because the car always had plenty of go in it. And I don't think that any of this bolt-on stuff that you can buy, whether, probably combined with better heads and whatever, and a cam, especially a cam, would make a huge difference. Like I said, physical change to the engine. But all these other things, I don't reckon they make that big a difference. And I think it's like a placebo effect. You can bolt on and over the radiator air intake and convince yourself that it's making more power or it goes better. Put it on the dyno to find out for sure. I'd like to see, I'd like to hear from anyone who can prove me wrong. Like I said, this is only my opinion. So anyway, if I had to choose between the two, on our LS2s, the VZs, VEs, I've noticed it jumped right up in price. So they are fairly expensive, and, having said that, so are the LS1s. Like, try and buy a VY SS Ute now, a good one, with decent Ks on it. I paid top price for my VZ when I bought it. That was like top of the range. And I didn't even look at it. It came from Tassie, and I bought it from car sales. It was in a car yard, so that's how I got that. The LS1, the VY, it was local, and it was cheap, but it was a bit run down. Not so much mechanically, but, the interior, the seat was broken, it had quite a fair bit wrong with it, and I've just been fixing it up over time. All the bushes and the suspension are new and all that stuff, so I've changed all that. But this is why I'm making the video. Now, there's nothing wrong with either of them, so don't get the wrong end of the stick here. I'm not criticising at all, because I love them. I reckon they're unreal. Very torque sensitive with the bolts. Not like old cast iron blocks, but anyway, we won't go into that. I'm making this video in case you're going to go out and buy one, and you've got the money and you think, well, I might settle for a VY. I'm telling you, if you can find a decent VZ LS2, go for that. They would have been the Thunders, really. They were late VZs, 06 and 07. The last VZs were 6 litre. I'd be going that way, but, having said that, And there's nothing wrong with the Ls1. You know, if you get an Ls1, fine. Like I said, I'm no expert, not a mechanic. I've got a fair bit of mechanical knowledge because, you know, after like nearly 40 years of doing this crap, you know, you amass a certain amount of knowledge. If you watch some of my videos, you'll say, well, this bloke hasn't really kept any knowledge, but yeah, it's only my personal opinion. And like I said, I'm only making this video because I own both. So otherwise I'd just shut up and I wouldn't say anything. So anyway, let me know what you think. And also with the channel, as I've said before, I only do my own maintenance on my own cars. So I can't really plan things to do, but if there's anything you want to know or any questions you have, let me know. Just let me know through the channel or through the comment on one of the videos. And if I can help you, I'll help you. I've had a few already. So if I can help you, I'll help you out. Anyway, that's enough crap for me. Hope you're enjoying the channel. It's going really well. And I'll keep making videos. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.